On the webcast, if he were alive today, musician Bob Marley would have turned 64 years old today. The reggae legend was just 36 when he died from cancer in 1981, but even though his life was cut short, Marley still left the world with some profound and everlasting music. The greatest concert I ever saw was a Bob Marley concert, but now we have something else to enjoy about Bob Marley, and TJ Winnick explains.
Almost 3 decades after his death, Bob Marley remains the undisputed king of reggae music, a singer-songwriter whose ballads of social justice made him a truly international sensation. David Burnett first met Bob Marley in 1976 when he was sent to Jamaica for Time magazine.
It was not a big set-up photo session. It was just us talking, and I pretty much shot pictures all the way through it.
As a globe-trotting photojournalist, Burnett had spent 2 years in Vietnam. Still, he was intrigued by the opportunity to meet this emerging superstar, about whom very little was known.
He really felt that, it was his job to express what he knew and where he came from.
Only 2 of the photos would be published in Time, but Burnett would eventually snap over 200 photographs of Bob Marley and his band, The Wailers, over the next 2 years.
Bob had great hands, and yet from something so gentle and delicate looking would come these incredibly powerful songs.
These images will be seen for the very first time in a new book entitled Soul Rebel and at the Govinda Gallery in Washington, D.C.
His eyes were really magnetic, and I think when you look at those pictures, you're really looking into maybe a little bit of his soul.
Both Bob Marley and David Burnett are storytellers. David tells stories with his photographs, and Bob, of course, told stories with his songs.
The photos offer a rare glimpse of the musical genius, and both the quiet moments,
you're seeing the person and then you're just seeing that other side of them,
and the not so quiet.
You can kind of feel the pulsing music and the energy. And
the idea for the exhibit came after Burnett noticed a copy of one of his photos hanging in a college dorm.
I just had no idea it was so transgenerational. And I think once I saw that, I really decided that was the time to put it together.
His hope is that those who see the photos will gain a new appreciation for the enduring legend of Bob Marley, the man, and his music.
He said, my music will live forever. I like to feel that, and maybe in some tiny little way, that my pictures will help that music live on a little bit.
For the World News webcast, I'm TJ Winnick in Washington.